Okay, all right. In this video, we're gonna focus on one of the method of correlation. Okay, that is the second method of correlation called Spearman's ranking correlation, or you can also call it ranking correlation. Okay. Now, the mathematical formula for ranking correlation is expressed as that is rho sub k is equal to 1 minus 6 sum of d squared over m squared into m minus 1. Please take note. So this formula is the formula for ranking correlation. Please take note of this. Okay, so now let's know what each of the parameters represent. So class, the n here, that is the n, is said to be the number of pairs, that is the frequency of s and y in a layman understanding here. Okay, that is the number of pairs, okay. Why the d, we cannot have only d square, we can't have d square straight, we therefore have b. Just as if I have s only, I can have s square. If s is 2, s square will be 2 all square. Please take note. So the same thing applicable to this here. I can't have d from this, I can't have d square straight, but I can have only d. So what is our d here? Our d is the difference in the ranking of s and y. That's our d. Our d is the difference in the ranking of s and y. That is d is said to be the difference in the ranking of s minus sy. Please take note. We know that our arrow s is said to be the ranking of s. Ranking of s means giving s a position. That is ranking of s. While arrow y simply means ranking of y. So giving s a position is said to be ranking of s, while giving y a position is said to be what? Ranking of y. We are going to learn how to give or how to solve this by ranking method. Okay, so we have known what all the parameters are said to be, so let's try to solve a equation here in order to perfect this particular correlation. Okay, so question 1 under this, question 1. So we're asked to calculate. Okay, let's get the question here. It said calculate the Spearman's rank correlation of sets of data below full stop. Hence, interpret the results. Hence, interpret the results. Okay, now let's try to solve this question here, class. But before we solve the question, let's understand this. Now the values are given to us, the values of s are given to us as 2, 4, 7, 8. the values of y are given to us as 3, 7, 12, 7. All right, and we are asked to find the Spearman's rank correlation. Of course, since the method is specified here, we use the method. Okay, but I told you guys that if the method is not specified, in case you have not watched the video for Pearson product moment correlation, please try to do that. So if the method is not specified, we use Pearson product moment correlation. Please take note of that. Okay, so the interpretation remains the same. The way you interpret is the same. Both the Pearson product moment correlation and Spearman's ranking correlation, their interpretation is the same. Please take note. All right, okay, now let's try to maybe get the parameters here. Please remember we are guided with the formula here. Of course, our intention here is to find this particular one here. This one here is known to us. That is the pair of S and Y, the frequency of S and Y. That is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the M here, M is equal to 4. All right, so let's solve the question here. Okay, let's solve the question here. So my intention here, class, okay, my intention here is to recreate this particular table here in order to have in order to calculate this D. Remember, if you can calculate D, you can calculate D squared. Why are we calculating D? Because D is said to be the ranking of S minus ranking of Y. So now let's try to find this ranking of S and ranking of Y. Okay, let's try to rank S and also rank Y. Now ranking of S and Y will give us the difference in it, will give us this D here. So when you square D, you are going to get this guy here. Okay, so let's try to solve this, please. Let's recreate this we sketch this table here. Well, let's reschedule this here, please. Let's reschedule this, please. Okay, we have this to be, this is the table here. We have this to be S. We have Y here. Of course, ranking of S will be this part. Okay. Sorry. We have S here, we have Y. So ranking of S will be here, ranking of Y will be here. Please take notes. Okay. So if I rank S is this one here, if I rank Y is this one here. Please take notes. So let's just put down their values. We have this to be 2. There is the values of S. This is 2. Let me make it clearer. This is 4. This is 7. This is 8. Okay. Now in terms of Y, this is 3. This is 7. This is 12. This is 7. These statements. So how do we rank correlation? Now, ranking of correlation can either be in ascending order or descending order. We can either rank correlation in ascending order or descending order. How do we know if we are to arrange it or rank it in ascending order? And how do we know if we are to rank it in descending order? Now the first two number or first three number will give us more clarity if we are to rank it in ascending order or if we are to rank it in descending order. So if I have the values to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that means it's said to be ascending order. Please take note. Why, if you have it to be all right, please, sorry for that. In terms of ranking correlation, we can either rank correlation in ascending order or in descending order. Please take notes. Now, how do we know when to rank correlation in ascending order, and how do we know when to rank correlation in descending order? Now, the first two numbers will tell us if we are to rank it in ascending order or if we are to rank it in descending order. So when we are saying about ascending order, it means if I have a number like this, 1, 2, 3, is said to be ascending order. That is from the down to the top. Please take note. So if you have a number like this, 4, 3, 2, 1, is said to be descending. That means it's falling down from the up to down. Please take note of that, okay? So we have known when we are to arrange it in ascending order. We have known how to arrange it in descending order, okay? So let's try to know the number here. If you look into the value of this s here, this is 2, 3, 4. At least you know that is actually arranged in ascending order. So it means that my ranking will be in ascending order. The ranking of s and y will be in ascending order. Please pay much attention here. Look into the values of s. The values of a are arranged in terms of ascending order. That means 2, 4, 7, 8, right? Ascending order. So at this point, it means that the value of the ranking is going to be in ascending order. Now, how do we rank this? How do we rank the s? Ranking s means that I'm giving s a position. That means the least one we have first position. The least number we have first position, since I'm ranking it in terms of ascending order. Now we have this to be 2. There is no other least number than 2. That means I will give the value here 1 first. Now we don't have any number lesser than 4. I will give this one second or 2. Now we don't have any value again lesser than 7. I will give this one what? 2. Sorry, 3. Sorry for that. 3. And the next one is what? 4. Please take note. So let's rank y. Ranking y here, remember I'm using ascending order. That means smaller one will be first, the next to the smaller one will be second, okay? So this guy here, please take note, is going to be first. That is first position. This one is second position. Remember, there is bracket second position. And this is what you should understand here. When there is bracket position, whenever there is bracket position, what you have to do, you don't have to give the next position. If there is bracket second position, you don't have to have third position. You have fourth position. If there is bracket third position, you don't have to have fourth. You have fifth position. So there is bracket second position, which is 2 and 2 here. Okay, that means I don't have to have third position. I'm going to have fourth position here. Please take note. So the next thing here is to have the difference in the ranking. The difference here, that is D. Remember, D is said to be arrow S minus arrow Y. So let's have the value here. So this guy, this one minus this will give us 0. This one minus this will give us 0. This one minus this will give us -1. This one minus this will give us what? 2. Please take note. So class, the next here is to get the d square. So how do we get d square here? D square, I will square the values of d. So square this is 0. Square this is 0. Square this is 1. Square this is what? 4. That means the sum of this square, that is the total of this square here, is said to be equal to slash 5. Please take note. The total of this square is said to be equal to 5. All right. Now, if there's any challenge you encounter maybe in terms of this video, you can just drop it on the comment section and I will reply. Okay. Now that means you have gotten this sum of this square. That means I have to impute the value here. Remember? So the whole of this guy here, is said to be 5. So let's try to impute. So our correlation here, R will be equal to 1 minus 6 into 5 over our n is, I think our m is 4. How many? 1 2 3 4. Okay, our m is 4. That is 4 square into 4 minus 1. Okay, that is n represents this. Okay, from the formula. So the next here is to simplify. That is our R will be equal to class 1 minus 30. That is 30 divided by, now in mathematics we simplify what is inside first before the outside. So this is going to be 16 times 3. So let's get the value of 16 multiplied by 3. 16 times 3 gave us 48. All right. So I will have this to be, I will be equal to class 1 minus 30 over 48. Now let's get 30 divided by 48. Let's get this. I hope we did not make mistake. That is 4 3 16. Okay. Please, you have to edit this side. Okay, n square. Okay, yes, n square. N square. Okay. Okay, sorry, let's start, please. Sorry, we made a mistake here. The formula for this is said to be this. That's n into n squared minus 1. I'm sorry for this. Okay, so if that is said to be so here, this is going to be this is going to be 6 into 5 over n, which is 4 into 4 squared minus 1. Please take notes. So lastly here, I'm going to have my value to be this. I'm going to have my value to be R will be equal to class 1 minus 30 over, let's simplify what is inside first, 4 times, now class, this is what you should understand here. 4 all square will give us 16. 16 minus 1 will give us 15. That is 4 times 15. So this will be equal to 1 minus 4 times 15 give us 60. So 30 divide, this will be 30 divide by 60. So I have to divide this part first and subtract it from this one here. That's what it means here. Please take note. So 30 divide by 60, we have 0.5. So that means my answer here for arrow is said to be, the answer for arrow here is said to be, let me just write it here. The answer for arrow here is said to be 1 minus 0.5. So the answer will be equal to 1 minus 0.5 is what? 0.5. So the result is going to be positive moderate correlation. The result is said to be positive moderate correlation. Okay, so all you just have to do to get the next video here is to hit the subscribe button and get the next video in terms of a determination of correlation. Okay, but before I start the video here in terms of determination of correlation here, let me give us a clue on what is determination of correlation. Now, when we are saying about determination of correlation, this is what you should understand here. That is the square of correlation multiplied by 100. The square, okay, let me just introduce this before the next video. Determination of correlation. Determination of correlation. Determination of correlation, okay? Determination of correlation. You can write subheading determination or correlation. You can say correlation determination of correlation coefficient, okay? Determination of correlation coefficient. Determination of correlation. So class, in terms of calculating for determination of coefficient, we say that is the square of correlation multiply by 100. Now it can be represented as arrow square, something like this. Okay, so the square of correlation, any of the correlation, it can either be Pearson product moment correlation, so, and it can either be ranking correlation depending on the method you are using or the method specified there. But remember that if the method is not specified, we use Pearson product moment correlation. So if I have my correlation small letter arrow to be equal to, let me just introduce this topic, okay? If I have my small letter arrow to be equal to class 0.5, so that means the determination of correlation here, arrow will be equal to arrow squared times 100. Please take note, which is said to be 0.5 all squared times 100. So this is how we determine determination of correlation. And the range is between, remember, just listen to me carefully. The range of this one of the exam tips you have to know. The range of this is between 0 less than or equal to arrow square less than or equal to 1, or in terms of percent is said to be 0% less than or equal to arrow square less than or equal to 100%. Now this guy and this is the same in number, this guy and this is the same in number. Please take note. So now next video I'll be treating on determination of correlation coefficient. All you just have to do to get the full package here or the full video is to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.